The Duel of Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, 1804. In the 18th and 19th centuries, men valued their honor so greatly that the concept of dueling was created. This was done to defend one's honor, which mostly related to the leadership abilities of the man regarding interpersonal relations and political office positions. It is important to note that duels were used as essentially the two men's last resort to settle their disputes. The events which led up to this final event are typically referred to as affairs of honor. Now, let's take a closer look at the affairs of honor which led to the famous duel between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. Their relations began during the Revolutionary War as they were both prominent founding fathers of America. Before we talk about the intrinsic cause, we must first understand the relationship the two men had prior to any notable conflict. For multiple minuscule reasons, the two men had a continuous, disputeful relationship for the majority of their political careers. Their affair of honor was initially started during the election of 1800. In order to secure Thomas Jefferson as president and Aaron Burr as vice president, the Democratic-Republican Party had created a plan. 72 electors were to vote for both Jefferson and Burr, with the 73rd only voting for Jefferson. Since voting worked differently then, this would land Jefferson the presidential position, while leaving Burr to serve as the vice president. This, however, did not go as planned. Jefferson and Burr instead both received 73 votes. With the tie for president, the fate of the presidential seat was now in the hands of the U.S. House of Representatives. Hamilton held dominant persuasion over the Federalist Party. He essentially took the decision of the election into his own hands and convinced the Federalist Party to vote in favor of Jefferson instead of Burr. Even though Hamilton disagreed with multiple choices and opinions of both men, he allegedly saw Jefferson as less dangerous to the country. The two men continually and informally disputed over various matters throughout their political careers. Here are some examples. Burr took over Hamilton's father-in-law, Philip Schuyler's Senate seat, uprooting Hamilton's support as Treasury Secretary. Burr published The Public Conduct of Character of John Adams, in which author Alexander Hamilton criticized fellow Federalist John Adams. And most importantly, Hamilton and Republican Dr. Charles D. Cooper attended a dinner party at which Hamilton imprudently spoke against Burr. What Hamilton didn't realize was that his incessant ramble would later lead to his death.
Go. He's a dangerous and despicable man, one who ought not be trusted with our government.
After dinner, Dr. Charles D. Cooper began to recollect and recount what was said and what occurred at the dinner. He then published a letter into the Federal Gazette, where it then reached Aaron Burr.
After reading Hamilton's side of the dinner, Aaron Burr personally hand-wrote a letter requesting a formal apology from Hamilton in despite of what was stated at the dinner. Hamilton then responded to Burr's letter, stating that he had no need to apologize, that he stood by what was stated and said at the dinner table. Baffled and enraged by Hamilton's response to the request for apology, Aaron Burr then sent out a personal challenge to duel to Alexander Hamilton at Weehawken, Virginia.
Does anyone uphold this duel?
No.
No. So be it. Present.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Take him to the boat. Are you okay?
The video. I had no intentions of shooting him. It's against my morals. Shortly after this occurrence, Alexander Hamilton was taken to the home of New York City banker William Bayard Jr., where he received communion from Bishop Benjamin Moore. He was then seen by his wife Elizabeth Schuyler and his children Angelica, James, Alexander, John, Eliza, William, and Philip. Hamilton then died the next day.
Christian.
Go.
Now it started.
Wait, don't you have to count though?
1. Okay, I'll just say go.
No, but don't they have to count?
Not yet.
No, don't they count?
Sun is
I
getting
said-
real low. I'm getting.
We got 10 seconds of y'all standing there.
10 steps, right?
Yes. Okay.